Hello YouTubes, we're on the Division 2 and I'm going to show you something I haven't seen on any of the YouTube videos yet, and something that not a lot of people seem to be using when I've been doing raids and escalations and all the other stuff, is how you can use the season modifiers to significantly boost the damage you can output and do it on a very regular basis. This is using the season modifiers and setting them up in a very specific way, which gives you an extra 35% damage to targets out of cover on a consistent basis. Join me in the firing range and I'll show you how. Okay, so we're here at the firing range. We've got Invulnerable Elite as the difficulty. We've got the 5 meter tagged as well. And what I'm just going to show you, and you need to remember these numbers at the start, right? And then I'll go through how you set this up in the order that you need to do it. Is we're just going to hit this once. 698 326. That's the damage to a headshot we're doing with the Sheriff shotgun. Now let me explain to you how I've set this up. So if we go into the season modifiers, you can see we're running the optimized overload modifier, and you can see if you look at the second level there, the cooldown is reduced by 70 seconds. So the way that we've got our set up is we've got offense 70, defense 20, utility 20, using these modifiers: saturate utility, invert offense, saturate offense as well. And what this essentially does is, yes, you lose the modifiers that you get with the stacks, but the important thing here is when we look at this, the cooldown from this is reduced from 90 seconds down to by 70 seconds to 20 seconds. That means every 20 seconds we can pop this, and what it'll do is overcharge our skills for 9 seconds. Right? So if we look at this at the moment, skill tier there, you can see we have no skill tier at all. So when we pop this, we then go back onto it, and you can see we are now actually skill tier 6, but we are overcharged. 100% radius, 100% weapon handling, 35% damage to targets out of cover. Right? So even though you're full DPS build, you can still get overcharged skills. Now the difference that this makes is I'm using the precision smart cover, and the mods I've got on is cooldown and damage to targets out of cover. If you remember that original number that we hit, what we're going to do, and this is the way you have to, once you've got that set up, this is the way that you have to do it. You have to activate the modifier and then pop your skill. If you do it the other way around, won't work. Right? So pop the modifier, pop the skill, one headshot. Now we're doing 13, 12, 1100, and that lasts for that. And you can see it cools down then, and what it also does is when it runs out, you can pop it again and it reduces the cooldowns even more. Another added bonus for this as well is to do with the revive hive. So we all know that the revive hive has a stupidly long cooldown on it. We'll pop that down, we'll get rid of it, pop that down, move away from it and break it. 164, right? So we pop that down to 86 straight away, and we'll just let those 17 seconds pop down all the way down to 0, and we'll pop it again, and you can literally get this back, your revive hive back, in around 40 to 50 seconds just by using your overdrive. And when you pop your overdrive, you can use smart cover again and do more damage, and this works with any of the skills that we've got. So we're down to 64, and we've actually got it back at tier 7. So 2 pops of the overdrive gives you your revive buyback at a tier 7 or at 7 charge, overcharged revive hive as well. So you can keep yourself alive more times, because these builds are very, very squishy when you're DPS and you're winning some of the higher tier stuff. But this runs with any skill that you want. You can use a drone, not a drone, you can use the decoy. Instead of having a tier 0 decoy, pop your modifier, throw your skill. You've got a tier 6 or overcharged decoy as well, which draws more aggro, has more health, lasts longer, all those things which are benefit. So just to recap, when we look at this now, the ones that I'd say that you want to unlock for these is saturate offense, saturate defense, saturate utility, and then all the invert ones as well. So invert offense, invert defense, and invert utility as well. And you can set these up in different ways depending on what you want to go with, because obviously the optimized one that is based on your offense stacks to get the cooldown. So we want as many offense stacks as we can do. We're using cloud armor, right? You can see there it's only reduced by 20 seconds. So if we reverse it round and put the 70 onto the utility stacks, then we'll get cloud armor every 20 seconds. Same with the Blackout Pulse. If you do that on defense, you'll get the Blackout Pulse every 20 seconds. So you can literally shock people and all those things that go with it and blind people. I mean, that one, the way it's set up there at the moment, because I've got all my stacks into offense, when I blind them from 11 seconds. That's a massive amount of time. Massive amount of time to blind enemies for and do loads of damage to them. So I haven't really seen a lot of people using this on any of the things that I've been running. And I'm quite happy to sacrifice the right hand stats to get the higher numbers, which then boost the modifier. And only having it 20 seconds is a godsend sometimes, especially on the long cooldown stuff. So that's how I approach it. That's how I'm using the season modifiers to be able to get quite a lot more damage out of the builds. I've done this with my shotgun build. I've done that with my my LMG build as well, and it has the same effect for everything. So if you want to squeeze a little bit more DPS, and we all love a bit of DPSing, don't we? Then that's the way to do it. Is use your season modifiers, build whatever you want up to 70 using those specific ones that we looked at, and then go out and murder stuff. It's great. It's great. Right. Hope you enjoyed that. If that's been a help to you, just let me know in the comments. Any questions, put them in the comments to try and answer them as well. I'm going to try and post a build for this as well. My Sheriff build very, very soon. I'll give a quick brief of it now. You can probably work out what it is by looking at it. I'll post that very, very soon. So, thank you for stopping by. Have a good one. Ciao for now.